I'm broke. Yeah, I'm broke. And guess what? And I want the fucking world to know, yeah, I'm broke.
Or if you Google the average wage of an OnlyFans creator, it's $180 a month.
I did OF and I regret it badly.
I would never do OnlyFans.
Let's talk about why I deleted my OnlyFans.
What?
I wasn't happy doing it. Like, it almost felt like I wanted to like go towards something I desired more. It made my name look bad. Like, being on OnlyFans, it was more like, oh, she's an OnlyFans girl, and that's just not someone who I wanted to be known as.
Getting a train ran on me has honestly lost its appeal. Like, I used to love getting blown out by an entire friend group.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
And let me guess, guys only want to blow you out with their friend group now and nothing else? See, actions do have consequences, ladies.
My OnlyFans got deactivated this morning. I think this is a good reminder that even a creator like myself, who follows all the rules, who's very mild on the platform, so to speak, has had their funds frozen and all of their tens of thousands of followers that they've worked 3 years for just kicked to the curb.
Ma'am, if you really think that that was work, guess again. It's easy for women that just look mildly average or below average, and even sometimes a little chubbier, to get a bunch of simps that pay her. At least she'll get a couple $1,000s. So calling that work for the last 3 years is absolutely insulting to people who actually put in work on the day-to-day basis.
Get out of here. I don't want you in here.
Ladies with an OF, this is for you. If you have an OF, you know what I'm talking about. Good luck filing your taxes this year. I went to file mine yesterday. Boy, did that kick me in the ass. I had an idea that I'd be paying back in taxes, but I had no idea I was going to be paying that much. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I really hope you saved that money, because I just started, I was just mind blown at how much I had to pay back in taxes because of that.
Typically, all of this money that they're getting, they typically would never see this. 20 years ago, women wouldn't even dream about having this much money or what to do with it or paying taxes in general. But yeah, man, it stings, doesn't it, man, having to pay back those taxes to Uncle Sam. Oh, well.
Too damn bad!
I've had an OF since I was 22, and I never made a lot of money, like the kind of money that would make it really worth it. But I am heavily considering that this might be the end for me anyways. I have a lot of marketing left in me. I just don't think I can do it anymore. But I don't know. The whole sunken cost fallacy, the whole, wow, I gave years to that. I must get a return on my investment. I must at least make several thousand. Yeah, I don't know, but this might be the end for me.
She doesn't realize her and millions of other women has been over for you guys a long time ago. And the reason why you're not getting the return on your investment on the ROI is simple. You're just not treating it like a job. You don't put enough effort and work into it, and you don't know what your audience is looking for. So you just expect it to probably show up, and just you being you and thinking that you're special and not having to do too much or show too much or be too explicit absolutely cooks you and your OF. But I mean, you're going to start looking for a man. Now you need a man, and this is just your virtue signal. You're pretty much calling for a mate now and saying it's over for me, but you're probably not going to end up with the guy that you actually want. Probably a simp.
Why do we live in a world where girls think that OnlyFans is okay? And we're calling it woman empowerment. And we live in such a world where it's like, well, no judgment here. You do you. No, there is judgment.
Mentally, I was just burning out. And I started realizing, like, in order to keep this money coming, I have to keep exposing my body over and over and over again. I'm running to the stores to get lingerie, to get bathing suits, to get this, to get that. Like, I'm doing it so much.
Remember, a lot of these chicks don't expect or did not expect to be doing this for long. And they probably didn't even expect to look at it like a full-time 9-to-5 job where, they're being hired by a company, unless they are signed to some, agency or something like that. But most women that are trying to do it themselves, they kind of get stuck in the game. And as you can see, that was her result. This is why it's so dangerous to go down this rabbit hole. But women never learn for some reason. They just follow the next person that's doing it in line.
Stupid. Come with me to Catfish Men at Twin Peaks because I actually don't look this beautiful. I look like this. Yay. Anyway,
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Man, it was just such a dark time in my life. Before you started OnlyFans, like, what would you say to yourself or do? I would shake myself and tell her, that girl right there, how worth it she is. You know, how special she actually is. I was just believing the lies of the world, the lies of, you know, myself. I lied to myself so much about it.
Fellas, this woman that you see before you with the red hair, she is a grifter. And what I mean by that is she adapted to the red pill. She adapted to conservatism, how guys are leaning. This last election, a lot of guys voted red. And what women like this do is they just twist it so they can capitalize. And they'll say that they found Jesus. They'll use the Lord. They'll use the King.
Blasphemous.
The real King, Christ. And they'll try to contort it and twist it so they can get people to go over to their OnlyFans account like her. Absolutely sick individual. Don't believe anything that she says. She's just a grifter.
Bye. See you when I see you. Goodbye.
I wanted to come on here and kind of talk to you guys about why I stopped doing OnlyFans. I know, kind of a shocker. You know, I am a Christian.
Boy, if you don't...
Stop the cap.
Stop it. Get some help.
And I know that God is a forgiving and loving God, but you know, for the last few months, I've known that He has told me He doesn't want me doing this anymore.
Why the fuck you lying? So y'all, I used to do OnlyFans back in the day. And when I did OnlyFans, I money, right? Had a lot of exposure, had a lot of, you know, I was making a lot of money, right? And so like it was a comfortable place for me, but knowing that at the end of the day I was depressed, I was suicidal, I was not happy, and I was
Wait a minute, is it, I'm looking at these captions on both of these pictures, is this woman supposed to be a pastor shaking her rump on the camera? Oh no, bro, no, bro. And I'm gonna say this real quick, this is why guys, I've noticed over, you know, the last 20 years or so, guys have stopped going to church slowly. Like maybe the last 15, I'll say 15 to 10 years, not 20. And it's, if you look at the churches and you see videos, it's nothing but a bunch of women in there trying to teach men. And I'm thinking in my head, like, do they not know Timothy 2:11? Like, a woman is not to teach a man. She is to be silent. Like, that's what the verse says. It's literally written in the Bible when it comes to doing that. But bro, this is exactly why they just rewrite history and they say, oh, it's all from God. No accountability whatsoever. Absolutely sick.
And I was definitely in a place where I'm like, this is not where God wants me to be.
The rocks. Yeah. Abdul?
Yeah, get the rocks.
Get the rocks.
I think it's probably one of the...
The picture speaks for itself and the video as well. But in the background, you don't hear the audio of the guy that's speaking as she's filming this. So this is just another job well done for her, and her getting her cheeks clapped by a guy she nicknamed in her head the Blob. But she's not going to show that. So yeah, man, another city that you woke up in, another old guy that's clapping your cheeks that you would never be seen with in public, and just another display of how these women get around.
If one of us eat, then we all ball. Sip coladas out in Cancun. Please stop praying for my downfall. It ain't coming no time soon. From the concrete, a little bitty rose grew.